Hello, my honeys. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. And can I say I am glad to be back. Um, I have been out all week with the Rona. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to share about the COVID, but just to let you know, I had pretty much avoided that particular illness up until last week. And it was just one wrong move, y'all. And next thing I know, I was out. So I want to first thank everyone who had placed an order for a reading with me because you all were so patient with allowing me to get to those readings a little bit later after I recovered my voice. So I really appreciate you all. And just thank you in general for placing an order for a reading. I've really appreciated your support of this brand new channel. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much. I mean, this has been a really great experience growing this channel, and I continue to do so. If you're brand new here, my name is Kamara, and I'm a psychic medium. I channel my ancestors, the Divine Sibyls, as well as Spirit itself. Please know that these channeled messages are heard with care and delivered with that same care. So, welcome, my honeys. And if you have not been to my brand new website, I should put it up here for you because I would love for you to visit. My new website is www.blackdoveoracle.com. On there, you will find all of my offerings for different types of readings, including spiritual coaching. So if you are interested in connecting with me in that way, this is the only way that I would give you information about my readings. I don't approach you in the comments of this channel or any other platform. So please don't get taken by any kind of scammers out there. So my honeys, this channeled message, the first one since I've come back, and pardon my voice is still going to be a little raspy, y'all. I think that might be for a week or two, but this came up with a different title, and I was like, Spirit, I don't know, this sounds very contentious, because Spirit was like, we should call it this, and I'm all like, how about why are they so jealous of you? Because that energy, I don't know, I've just been talking to a few people and they've been experiencing just some kind of real backbiting. And so I thought this would be a good channeled message to hone in for the collective if it's something of interest to you. If you're brand new here, please let me know if you support this channeled message. It resonates with you somehow by giving it a thumbs up. And if you want to stay connected, please consider subscribing to this brand new channel. Would really love your support. And also, you're welcome to my new website. So I hope you'll take a visit soon. Okay, you all. We have 4 groups, and these avatars can be mixed around. They're just here for your visual pleasure. And why don't we get started with group number 1? Group number 1. Why are they so jealous of you? Oh, wow. I picked up something and this card just kind of fell out. Well, for some of you, it's because you have more conservative viewpoints. Wow, very interesting. And for others of you, it's because of your more liberal viewpoints. So Spirit is saying there's a kind of a split here with the group. But I thought, let's do an energy check on you, group number 1, just to see if this is your group. Let's just kind of describe a little bit about you. So, Spirit is saying for one group, some people are conservative. For other people, you may be considered too liberal. Okay? Um, if you are conservative, I want to say that you also carry that with a lot of humility. You may be a very, the word I'm hearing is pious person, like someone who's very religious too. You like to observe your spiritual practices as sacred. And I don't know why I'm hearing this word from Spirit, sanctified. But maybe that's something that you would use to describe your religious practice. Regardless of whether you're conservative or liberal, you carry yourself like a queen. Like you carry yourself with high regard. You carry yourself with a certain set of morals and values. You also carry yourself as someone who doesn't mess around. You're kind of serious about your public image, group number one. So you care about who you're seen with. You care about the things you're seen doing in public. And I don't mean so much as if you're a prisoner to what other people think, but I just feel like you have a certain set of values. So you don't really like to be seen with certain people. And low key, I'm kind of getting the vibe here that the people that are jealous of you just kind of know that you wouldn't give them the time of day. Like you wouldn't be hanging out with them. You wouldn't be, I'm hearing from Spirit, tarnishing your reputation by being seen with them doing the kind of things they like to do. You have a very regal authority about you, group number one. And it's really hard to touch your purity when it comes to that. You know, like you hold yourself to a high standard. Um, for some of you, this is interesting. If you are conservative, people don't really see you as a rebel. They don't see you going against the grain. You actually believe that you should follow authority. Um, and I'm hearing, even from Spirit, your authority is on the Most High. Like you hold God as your highest authority. You don't really give in to peer pressure. So when people are like, "Oh, come on, it's just some weed," you're like, "No, I don't smoke." You know, like you're one of these people who are very clear about their boundaries, about the things that they will and will not do. Some of you, Spirit is saying, because I have the wait card, you are waiting or you have waited until you were married to have any kind of intimate relationships with your partner. Um, so some of you may have heard people describe you as a prude or old fashioned, but for you, this has been very important in terms of how you regard your self-worth. Also, group number one, you feel like righteousness is something that we all need to exercise, that maybe in life there is too many loose boundaries, there is too much I'm hearing just loose morals. You know, for you, you feel like the world would be better if people held themselves to a certain standard. So, and again, that can go both ways, whether you're conservative or you're very liberal. Excuse me, you all. So, if you are liberal, what else would they say? You choose to, even from a liberal perspective, what Spirit is showing me is that you choose, group number one, to use only language that's highly affirming. Some of you might be into light language. And that's interesting because Spirit is saying on the conservative side, you may speak in tongues when it comes to your religious practice. I think for both groups within group number one, you have been through some huge transformation. You've really turned your life around. Some people may have, and I got a notification when I said that. So some people may have had to restore their lives from, I'm hearing Spirit say, extreme poverty, or you had to restore your life from maybe growing up with parents that were addicted, or you may have had to restore your life because you were facing some kind of issue with substances. So group number one, you've turned your life around, and in such a way, you've created a lot of structure for yourself. And maybe some guidelines for yourself. And that has been for you the best way that you could understand who you are at your core, at your heart, and remain that way regardless of what life brings you. So, yeah, anything else in terms of the vibe check here? Some of you might be initiates of Mamiwata. You may, because if you know about that pantheon, there are certain taboos, there are certain guidelines you need to follow. And so that's just for someone. Your favorite number might be the number 5. That also goes along with the change and the transformation. Let me get one more card here to kind of finish off your energy check, group number 1. Yeah, you know how to hold space regardless of how you hold your own self to your own guidelines and structure. You do know how to hold space for other people. Um, you make it a point to not be judgmental about how other people live their life, but you also are very clear about what you'll involve yourself with and what you'll involve yourself in and what you will not involve yourself in. So, if that resonates with you, group number 1, this is most likely your group. Because people who are jealous of you in this group, they really find it difficult that whenever they are around you and something's challenging is coming up and probably they're involved, you're the one who stops and says, listen, if we all just kind of prayed over this, or sometimes when they're trying to get your involvement with something, you're saying, no, I pray over things like this and I don't get myself involved with that. They really do not like, for others of you, your meditation practice because it makes you calm. You're not running around anxious, being really loud, or, you know, um, not not handling your nervous system in a way where you can just, I think what Spirit is actually saying is you handle your nervous system in a way that's very calm. You might even speak slower than most people. You may take your time and really reflect before you figure out what you're going to say. You like to clear the energy of a place through prayer or incense, or, Spirit is saying sweeping around the front door, if you know what that reference is. But, I think people are jealous of you because, group number one, you have practices that keep you pretty whole. You really are not just one of those people that pretends to be spiritual. You are. Like, you are a person that practices what you preach. And so in many ways, that's why they're jealous of you, because you practice what you preach. Like, if somebody's having a problem and you say, I'm going to pray for you tonight, guess what? You most definitely have prayed for that person. You don't say things just to say things. Pardon my cough drop crunch. You actually refuse. Another reason why they're jealous of you is that you refuse to be in third party stuff. You will drop whoever it is the moment you get a whiff of any kind of third party stuff. I think too, people are jealous because even in the most, precarious situations, like a third party or something, you show up so classy. You show up so, like, I think low-key why people are so jealous of you, the group number one, is that, you always look good. You always look good from head to toe. Like, your outfits match your shoes. Like, you wear big gold jewelry, like statement pieces sometimes. You don't really go for the hokey doke. You know what you are worth. Why people are jealous of you is because, despite you having all of the structure and rules for your self-worth and your values, people see that the people who are attracted to you still fawn over you so much. They really admire you, sometimes a little obsessive with you. Because I think, group number one, not everybody can have you. Not everyone is qualified. And because there's all of these, not all of these requirements, but what Spirit is saying, because you actually have requirements, it's interesting to a lot of outside people who are looking at just how you bring in many people who are attracted to you. They can't figure it out because they are making themselves available all the time in many different ways, if you know what I mean. And group number one, you're like, no, I'm not sleeping with anyone until I'm married to them. You may be like, no, all we can do is kiss until I'm ready to move in a different direction. Like, and some of these people have just never heard of the way that you are living. And I think they're so jealous because you're able to stand in your truth, in your own inner authority. And that's something they're so jealous of because they see that the quality of people that you attract, group number one, they see how you receive the kind of treatment you actually demand and deserve. And so some of these people will say, you're doing too much, or you think so much of yourself, but not in a, positive way. And you will sit there and be like, yes, well, let time tell. Let time tell. They don't like when you say that because when you say let time tell, it's proving that your methods are working for you. And that is why people are extremely jealous, group number one. Let's see, why else are they jealous? Yeah, you're straight up Queen of Swords. You're very clear, you're very discerning, you're very intelligent. There's something about your confidence that doesn't allow for you to diminish yourself or play small. Why is it that they're jealous of you? They're jealous of you too because you'll take action if anyone tries to attack your way of living. If they try to attack you, try to make you small and limited, you will take action immediately. You don't go for it, you call it out. And that is some reason, really, basically, they're jealous of you because you sit on that throne and you mean it as a Queen of Swords. You also don't follow the people that you're attracted to. So say if you are attracted to, if you're feminine and you're attracted to men, you don't follow them. You're not chasing after them. You allow them to come towards you. And in many ways, if someone is not, you may consider them attractive, but if they are not in your vicinity, if they are not quite reaching you energetically, you don't bend over or play small to get their attraction or attention. So yeah, and you don't play any games with obsession. You do have a lot of people that are obsessed with you, but you are very clear with stating what the parameters are for dating you or getting close to you. If you already have a partner, you let people know right away, hey, I'm very happily attached, maybe not next lifetime. Okay. You don't play. That's what Spirit is saying. You do not play, group number one. And I think for many people, they just do not understand that this has worked for you and continues to be your secret sauce. Some of you are a baby boomer. Others of you know how to hold that boundary. Yeah, I mean, pretty much this is what Spirit is saying. And really, Spirit is saying that you've realized there's more to life than just lowering your self-worth just to say you're involved with someone. Like there's more to life, and when you demand more from that life, you get it. They're jealous of you too because even when you took some time to grieve and really just go within and get yourself right, with yourself. I'm hearing right with God, whatever it was, group number one. I think people were jealous to see you come out of it even stronger, come out of it even more confident, even more self-assured. Yeah. Some of them are jealous because you're very creative. Yeah. Again, I'm seeing substance abuse. So, yeah, some of you, they have been really jealous of your ability to overcome any mental health issues, whether that was substance, whether that was um, just any mental health issue you may have had. Some of them tried to spread rumors about you when you healed. If this is very specific, but if someone was healing from substance use, um, some of them tried to spread rumors about you being a narc. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to let me know. But yeah, that's specifics for someone. Like they started spreading rumors that you were a narc, you weren't really down, or, just disrespectful things. Some of you have a jealous father, some kind of male figure in your life who's really been jealous about how you've turned your life around. For some of you, it could have been a jealous mother. So, you may have had to walk this path alone without the supportive family, group number one. And, they're jealous of you because you didn't need anyone else, whether you like people, you love people, but you learned how to handle this on your own. And that's one thing, your strength, group number one, that they've really been so jealous of. Interesting. Let me see, is there anything else, Spirit? Spirit is saying one more card here. Why are they so jealous of group number one? Yeah, you are the star. I think some of you have also reaped great success from turning your life around. Maybe your story is something that you share in speeches somewhere. Um, and you've grown a new community, one that's healthy, one that's loving and kind and nurturing. Um, yeah, it's been a whole journey for you, group number one. And, I'm hearing from Spirit, there are some people who just see the finished part. They don't consider all of what you had to do to actually achieve what you've achieved. And for other people, they just feel like, why you and not them? So, group number one, if any or all of this message resonated with you, hopefully you can understand me. I would love if you gave me a thumbs up. And if you like the way that I channel messages, please consider subscribing to this brand new channel. You click that bell, you get notified when I upload new channeled messages. And in group number one, if this is where we leave each other, wow, you are a very strong force to follow and channel for. And it's been a pleasure and an honor. Okay, my honeys, see you in the next group. Hello, group number two. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle, and this is your channeled message on why they are so jealous of you. Group number two, let's just start with a little bit of an energy check to see if this is your pile. So we're going to describe a little bit some things about your energy. Of course, these would be things that would make them jealous. Of course, Spirit is saying. One is that you are very graceful in your movements as well as your actions. Spirit is saying this could be quite literal, like the way that you walk is very graceful. Some of you may have taken ballet at some point in your life, or just the way that you walk, maybe even modeling for some people. That's what Spirit is saying. But you have like a real graceful walk. It's almost like you're floating. It definitely may be something that catches people's eyes too. A very distinctive walk that you may have. For others of you, you're just very graceful with the kinds of actions that you take. It's almost like Spirit is giving me that image of a keto master, old keto master that took a newspaper and just literally beat up an attacker with a newspaper. um, I wonder where I could find that imagery, but it's kind of like, You're able to just be in your flow. Some of you may be trained in martial arts, but you're in your flow all the time, very aware. It's like almost as if people can't really catch you off guard because that's how present and aware you are. Group number 2, in your body. You have a deep awareness practice that has taught you just to stay very centered in everything that you do. Like if a car comes up too quickly behind you, you can recognize that and just shift your energy a little bit to let it keep going. There's very few instances where you're not aware of your surroundings. You're not aware of your environment. Spirit is saying, some of you, again, it's coming up that you're very focused. You make plans, you plan things, you like to plan things. It's how you stay in your equilibrium, I'm hearing. It's how you don't become overwhelmed because you can plan things in a way that you know what to expect. And if something unexpected happens, it doesn't really catch you much off guard because your plans can accommodate for it. Very interesting. Spirit also says that even with all of that, you still can manage to maintain a sense of spontaneity. That people don't really feel like you're a stuffy, kind of rigid person, but you could still be very spontaneous within that. But there's something about the way that you plan that adds security to any event. Like you're that one friend that people like to go camping with because you account for all situations. You're like, oh, you know what? I decided to bring tape, but I don't know why I decided to do that. And that was the one thing everybody needed. You are that person who shows up to help set things up or take things down. You're also maybe someone that people call to ask their opinion. Did I miss anything with this? Do you mind putting second eyes on this? You're very good at editing, some of you. You know, like people like your editing skills, even if that's something you don't even do professionally. Your suggestions are often taken seriously, and people are like, I'm so glad you read this. You're so right. I needed to change that paragraph. I forgot to do that. And you're just very gracious with the things that you offer. It's never like you're trying to make it seem like you're smarter than anyone, or, more put together than anyone. Group number 2. Could be a Virgo. I'm just saying, you could be a Virgo. Don't have to be. You trust yourself. And I think that that is something many people don't always do. They don't always trust their decisions. You trust yourself. I think it's because you put things through a process. You're like, I think this might be the decision, but let me put it through a a wash cycle and see if it comes out the way I intended. And so you test maybe your hypothesis. You kind of one of those scientific minds. You could be definitely some kind of air sign too, for real. Um, and you trust that. You trust your process. It's not too often that, I mean, it's not saying that you don't make mistakes or things like that. It's more of like, it's not too often that your decisions are the wrong decisions. That's why I say Virgo. Virgo's always like, we're always right. Even if we don't tell you in the right way, we're always right. So I don't know. There's something about that Virgo placement for some of you. Lastly, I would say that you're always challenging yourself to do better, go better, raise the bar. You know, people will say that one year you're kind of doing a sprint, the next year you're doing a marathon, and it just feels natural to you. You're not competing against other people, you really compete against yourself. You always strive to be like the highest and the best that you can be. You don't see life living at the minimum. Yeah. And you're loved for it. And people have some jealous feelings about that as well. They do. So if this sounds like you, group number 2, this is your reading. I think that the reason why they could be very jealous of you is that you know how to recycle your energy. You don't, there's very few times you allow yourself to just work to exhaustion, which is funny because people feel like you're a machine. I think there's some people at work who are so jealous of you because they see you when they arrive at work and they still see you at work when they leave. And at the same time, they hear about how you went to Hawaii over the weekend to take some surf lessons, or you know what I mean? Like, these people are wondering, how do you fit it all in? And I think they're jealous of just how you structure your life. Literally, Spirit is showing me, if you do have a partner, they feel like this partner matches you perfectly. I don't know. You know how there's some people, even they could be different, but their partner just matches them in a particular way. Like, and it could be anything from just like what you all are wearing to how you all style your hair, or I don't know. There's something there for that. Maybe that's very specific for someone in group 2, especially if you have a partner. They're just like, why do they look so good together? So that really does make them jealous. I think they're also jealous because you are really considerate of other people, especially people that you love. Like, you're not going to do anything to hurt the people that you love. You're always very considerate, even careful with things that you say or suggest or offer. And people are so jealous that you just, even though you could really, with all your skills, with all of your success, you could be like a raving mad bee. You know, people are like so upset that you're actually really kind, considerate, that you take people's feelings into consideration. That really, that really pisses some people off. I could tell you that right now. Group number 2, it pisses somebody off. Because they want to say bad things about you, but I think when they try, people are like, really? You think that about group number 2? I've just never seen that. Really? I really wish I've seen them act that way. Like, people would really rack their brains to see you ever have been vindictive, or just even when you're out of sorts, you're more silent than you are someone who kind of takes revenge on people. You're just kind of like, let me just kind of pull back a little bit, okay? Like, you're not one of these people who's going to make it a point to prove or anything like that. Yeah, the reason why they're jealous too, group number 2, is that you're just very free with the way that you live. Even if you structure your life down to the minute, it feels like it works for you. It doesn't make you a rigid person. You're just like, "Oh, I find that this works best for me." That's all. And people are like, "What the F?" Like, how does group number 2 keep it so calm, so cool? And I think when they've seen you in, like, if they have any memory of you being surprised by something, you're not the kind of person that's like, I'll just handle it on my own. You actually ask people for help. And this is what blows a lot of the people who are jealous about you. It blows their mind, group number two, because they're like, wait, group number two just went to so and so and asked them, hey, can you help me with a spreadsheet? I thought I had this formula and it's not working. And it's like, wow, like you, but it's funny because Spirit is saying, and they're jealous that you don't ask them for help. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Like, you know who's smart in the crowd. You know who I think I'm getting for you, group number two. A lot of your jealous folks are at work. But these are not people that you've that and this is not something you would ever say, but you know, I'm gonna say these are not people who think that you think are your contemporaries, meaning they're not on your same level, the people that are jealous of you at work. And they want to be on your same level, but they're not. So I think when you go to someone and you ask them their opinion, you're going to people who you just know would know the answer, who wouldn't give you any BS, you know, in some cases, who wouldn't want to tank a project just because they're jealous of you. So, yeah, very interesting. Mm, you know why they're jealous of you too, group number two, is you don't really believe in doing things fast either. Um, Sometimes you will slow things down and really check everything to make sure it works out perfectly. They're jealous of you because you have an inner circle. I think even at work, that's what Spirit is saying. Even at work, you have people that you just trust. And then you have this outer circle, you know, where people can earn their way into your inner circle, but I think it's very difficult. I think you are a person who observes a lot in people, even when they don't think you're observing. And so they get really jealous because they're not sure how they ended up outside of your inner circle. And sometimes these are people who were once in your inner circle. Other times these are people who never even had a chance to get in your inner circle. And the way that I'm presenting it is not how you would present it in group number two. You would be like, oh, I don't really have an inner circle. I mean, I definitely have a group of close friends that I trust and that I share certain things with. That's an inner circle. Group number two, that's an inner circle. Um, why else are they jealous of you, group number two? Because they are. They really are. You're very careful about how you give feedback. Some of you are definitely in some kind of leadership position. You might manage people or supervise them in whatever you do. You're very careful and intentional about feedback. And sometimes your feedback can even go over the head of somebody who needs very simple feedback because you're like, listen, I think that if you took this approach, in the past, I've seen it work. You know, like you may say instead of, you're not always super direct with people, but I think it's because you really don't want to harm people's confidence. That's what I'm hearing. That's interesting. They're really jealous of your compassion. They are. Like they're just wanting to be that person. Um, they're jealous of the close friends that you have. I know I said your inner circle, but within that inner circle, you have some very close friendships. I mean, these are friendships that um, they feel very intimate in many ways. Like these are people who Like you all do things that only intimate people would do. Like, I don't know, like go to a nude hot springs together. Like you all, like you all share in whatever it is that you all like to do together. There's like really few boundaries um physically with your friends, like very close friendships. I don't know how else to say it. Maybe even some of you have friendships that occasionally cross intimacy boundaries, and that's okay. That's very specific. um they are jealous of you because whenever something bad does happen to you or harmful, or someone that you dated was just a total, you know, D or B, um, you get instant support from your friendship circle. Like they're like, no, we're gonna bring wine over and chocolate and we're gonna just talk this out. We're gonna let you cry. What do you need? Let me get you a massage. Let's go away for the weekend. Like they witness your friends really holding and taking care of you, even if it's just giving you attention. Like maybe you'll have a breakup and maybe some people find out at work, and next thing you know, you're getting flowers from several different friends, with encouraging cards. And, you know, when they're really jealous, group number two, is that they see the butterfly effect of your kindness. Like it always reverberates back to you in the most positive ways. And I think it's very hard to tarnish your energy, you know? And that is why many of them are jealous. I would say too that they just feel like you're this super hard worker. You're regarded as a hard worker. Sometimes people want to seem like, oh, she doesn't work hard, or they don't work hard. Group number two has all this privilege. It's just handed to them. But, when the reports come out, your name is showing up several different times in different ways. Some of you might even be a single parent. That's specific, but someone might be a single parent, or you may take care of an older parent. You have some kind of a responsibility in your family too, that kind of just makes you out to be this very superhero person. But, in retrospect, Spirit is saying that's why you have like a tight schedule. That's why you run things on a tight ship, because you have many responsibilities. Yeah. They're also jealous because of your entourage. I mean, again, this group of friends, whoever you have, group number two, these are like high excelling people. You all are really stars in whatever you're doing. And the way that you all support each other at the same time, it's like nobody's backbiting or jealous of each other. It's like all of you support each other and you're all badasses at whatever you're doing with life. I think group number two, when people witness that, they have to like stand back and really look at themselves and how they show up in relationships, and how they're always competing, even with people that they call their best friends. So why are they jealous of you? Because of that bank you make. Okay, let's just be serious. Group number two, not only are you worth every cent, but people suspect by the way that you roll, by the way that your entourage rolls, that you all can afford the life that you live. And yeah, your makeup's done, your hair's shiny, you wear this crown, you hold that pinnacle like it's always been there. You know what I mean? Like you're very comfortable in how you show up. You don't apologize for your wealth. You don't apologize for your success. And that makes them super jealous. Ooh, child. They are so jealous of your partner. If you have one, they see your partner as someone who is very caring and feeling. If you have a partner, they see your partner as a king of cups, meaning just showers you with all this emotion, someone who's emotionally intelligent, someone who takes care of you, who's real solid. So if you do have a partner, people see that partner like, dang, that does make them jealous. Somebody might have tried to, like, you might know about this, but your partner might have even told you somebody tried to talk to them one time, maybe at a company function. I don't know why that's coming out. It's very specific. They're jealous of you because when it's time for you to change, you change. Occasionally, you may come into the office and your hair's dyed, you cut your hair, you've been working out and you decided to let it show, like whatever you're doing, like you don't mind change either. And that's something that not only makes people jealous, but it kind of scares them. Like they don't know how to predict your next moves, group number 2. And that's pretty interesting. I would say lastly, group number 2, you are wish fulfillment. Like, I mean, quite literally, they're jealous of you because they see that you are everybody's wish. Like, they see that many people want you as an option. If they had any option, they would choose you. And so for these people, they just kind of have to look in awe and jealousy because that's exactly who you are. The one that everybody wants, group number 2. All right. So group number 2, if you resonated with any or all of this reading, could you please give it a thumbs up? It just helps me grow this brand new channel. And I was out all week with the Rona. And so I'm trying to catch up with the energies. And I missed you all. And I hope that this resonated. If it did, please consider subscribing to this channel. If you click that bell, you get notified when I upload new channeled messages. If this is where we part, group number 2, you are most certainly a badass. Okay, take care. Hello, my group number 3. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. And this is your channeled message on why are they so jealous of you. Group number 3. I gotta tell you, Spirit, for this group, Spirit was like, listen, I want you to go back to your notes. Because sometimes when I receive the channel messages, it's early in the morning. So I kind of just take some notes. And that's interesting because usually I don't always have to check back. It's just like I'm in the flow. But Spirit was like, no, go back and check your notes for pile 3. Because I was very intentional about what I said there. And Spirit said their privilege makes them think they should be the winner. So group number 3, you're dealing with some people who are really jealous because they know that you are the chosen one. So let's do a little bit of an energy check to see if this is even your pile, group number 3. But Spirit wants you to know that right up front, you are the chosen one. And some people around you seem to think that their privilege should allow them to be chosen. But Spirit is saying that's not exactly how it works, honey. So just a vibe check here, group number 3. You like to travel. In fact, you know many people around the world. You may do some solo travel a lot, actually, whoever you are. if you don't like to travel, you come from another country than the one that you live in right now, group number 3. And you, for some people, you may present as a different kind of phenotype than the people that you're living around right now. So you may have, to these people, you may have very exotic features. So you may have like really, if you're in a country where everybody's kind of like lighter skin, like blonde or what they call fair, then you may have like darker features, brown eyes, very distinctive like features. I'm getting like you could be Turkish or you could be Arab from any country, I guess. You could have very curly or wavy hair. This is so specific, but if you do, this is kind of calling to you. You may like to wear your head covered, but not necessarily. I mean, you could wear a hijab, but you may just lightly cover your hair with a scarf, I'm seeing. That's for someone. Um, you may prefer to have the top of your crown of your head covered. You don't have to be Arab. You could be African and you prefer to have your hair, your head covered, or you might even be Rasta. Spirit is saying that too. You may be Rastafarian and may prefer to cover your hair. You have some very distinctive look, and it affords you a lot of attention. Group number 3. Spirit says that's definitely one of the reasons why you get a lot of jealousy. You're a very reflective person. You don't speak too fast. You don't speak about things you don't know. You wear really beautiful jewelry. You could wear jewelry like even around your third eye. You can wear big like earrings and rings. There's something about you showing up exactly as you are, sometimes in environments where everybody's really conservative, like in conservative environments, women don't wear very big like statement jewelry. There is like very tiny, or even the tattoos they have are like little, you know, singular little birds or something. You're not like that. You kind of accentuate things. You may even have your nose pierced in an environment where like not a lot of people have that. Yeah, you may work in a conservative environment, but you prefer to be your most lively, creative self. You know how to take care of your needs. You don't mind getting your body worked on, massage. You may have like special people that you go to for different kinds of work, like, I don't know, lymphatic massage, or you may go and get special kind of dosha massages, where they pour the oil on your forehead. I don't know. There's things that you do, group number 3, that keep you so illuminated. They're like these practices, and it's so funny because Spirit is pointing out like some kind of mason jar full of herbal tea, or you know um special tonic waters. um and Spirit is saying, no one can say anything about you because your skin glows. You eat fresh fruits when people are seeing you. You're always eating very healthy. um, some of you might even have red hair, but you have locked it a little bit. If it's wavy or curly, you might wear locks, and have green eyes, and have more of a European ancestry, but you wear locks, and you tie your hair up in different scarves. Again, there's something with you wearing head scarves or wrapping your head sometimes. Yeah, someone may have really beautiful green eyes. Not everyone. Someone else may have hazel eyes. Um, It can vary. What else in terms of an energy check, just to see if this is your group? Remember, we're reading for more than one person. You do carry yourself like a queen. You know, there's something very regal about your presence. Group number 3 is something where when you come into the room, immediately people of a specific gender will stand up and give you their chair. You know, like you don't have to ask for anything when you enter spaces. People are kind of already attuned to taking care of you. That's kind of that regal energy that you have, regardless of your age. Spirit is showing me some of you might even be a little bit older, and that is also how people respond to you immediately, like with a lot of deep reverence and respect. Even if they don't know who you are, they feel like, oh, let me get up, let me make sure this person is comfortable. You are most definitely a lover of life. You are a lover in general. I think if you are gray, you're a silver fox. I mean, sometimes I think that applies sometimes to the masculine energy, but I think it can apply to all energies. Just like someone who younger people are like, wow, I'm really attracted to that older person. I think you get a lot of play from younger people if you are older. Um, Sometimes people don't know your age. Other times people know your age, but they still are very curious about you. Group number 3. There's something unbridled about the passion you invoke in people, the devotion you invoke in people. People are surprised the way that they just want to kneel down on one knee and give you devotion. You have quite literally, group number 3, devotees in the people that are attracted to you. They're like, oh, wow, I could just worship group number 3 right from here. You tend to attract those kind of people who are like worshipers. So, group number 3, don't be bashful, do not be shy. You know, this is your group. So, let's get into why they're jealous, group number 3, because you know they're jealous already. They'd listen to this and they'd be like, there's nobody who's group number 3. Nobody's like that. See, they already showing up. So group number 3, why are they so jealous of you? I mean, outside of what we just mentioned, because even though you have like this energy that draws people in, there's something at times that can be quite reserved about you. Like you may keep certain things to yourself. For some of you, you don't always tell people what you're going through. And you would think, why are they jealous of that? I think it's because you are not asking for the attention that you get. You just simply get it. And a lot of times, you may just kind of go incognito and do what you need to do in your life, and you take time for your own privacy. Some of you may have been grieving someone that you lost, and that's something that you hold sacred and private, and you don't share that with everyone. And some of these people know that, and they're so jealous that you still get the care. Even though you don't talk about things, you still intuitively, people just pick up on caring for you. And there's something that these people who are jealous of you, they really desire that for themselves. Yeah. In many ways, the people that are jealous of you, group number 3, I think sometimes people catch them being jealous. People call them out for being jealous of you. I think it's really hard for people who are jealous of you in group number 3, because people are like, are you jealous? Is this what's going on? Like, what's going on with you? And it's really hard for people to just reconcile their own feelings when it comes to the way that you receive so much admiration, group number 3, the way that you are so strong and confident. There's so many people who just wish to have some of those qualities, and they unfortunately become very jealous. They're jealous of your family. Your family draws a circle around you. Your family takes care of you, from your partner to your siblings to even your pet. People notice that. I think this is interesting what Spirit's giving me, but someone has a dog that even watches over them. Like when new people come to meet you, this dog will kind of stand in front of you and kind of wait for the okay. Like your dog is well trained to protect you. That's very interesting. That's somebody. Put that in the comments if that's you. So, why are they jealous of you? I mean, why not? um, they're jealous of you because they've seen you have to choose yourself in a particular love relationship. And especially for some of you, or someone specifically listening to this, you might have been in some relationship that you had to end, and with that ending came a lot of loss for you personally. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but you chose yourself. And so people are jealous of how you can choose yourself, and they may even say, some people, oh, well, group number 3 is so cold because they took this action. And if I was them, I would have just kind of tried to make something work. Or there's some way in which you're being judged as being cold as ice, but really it was a hard decision for you to make. And I think that jealousy just allows for people to come up with some narrative that of course isn't true. um why are they jealous of you, group number 3? Because maybe immediately after you ended something, I'm getting that somebody might have ended a long-term relationship, and then immediately when they did, they were in another relationship that was very passionate, that was on fire, and people are like, really? Like that person's chair didn't get cold, you're on to the next person. And I think it was just like you chose yourself in that relationship. Like you chose yourself to not be in something where you were starving for affection or starving for attention. Like you went out and got the relationship you really wanted. And people are jealous of you for doing that, for having the boldness, maybe even the gall to go and find a new lover. Yeah. People recognize that you didn't put a lot of time between a breakup. You were out there online with your profile, ready to date again. You weren't giving suckers any kind of chance to feel like they got you to you, group number 3. Yeah, I mean, you also are a person, group number 3, who totally spots the lies. I mean, who is jealous of you. It's like they can't help it. They're looking at you, they're staring down at you. And group number 3, you're just like, where's the lie? You're jealous. And you see everything that people do. You see all the little backhanded comments. Because they are jealous of, for someone, you've got like a new lover, and this new lover, you all make it quite clear that you're into each other. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And people are jealous of it. Um, People are also so jealous of you, group number 3, that some people, I hate to say it, have tried to do a little, you know, witchy magic on you, but they're jealous because none of that has seemed to take any effect. Again, you are the chosen one. Spirit is saying you are chosen by Spirit. You you don't keep secrets. You don't harbor any kind of there's no reason for you to have to protect yourself from any of the gossip. You're kind of just like, whatever, this is my life. I live my life. Occasionally you may do drugs. Even if your older spirit is saying, like, you may smoke a little weed, you may do some other things. And that's on occasion. It's not like you have a problem with it. You may do it in a social aspect. Again, people are jealous of your friends. I don't think you have a big friendship group, but the people who are your friends, people are jealous because these friends know you. They know you inside and out. They know they're the first ones that know what's up with you, and they do not share anything about your life. You're like, they trust you, you trust them. You definitely have some kind of new love connection that people are jealous of, group number 3. Even if you're not with this person, people are jealous of this crush you have. Okay? Take it where it resonates. Someone is giving me, you were with, maybe you had a spouse for a long time and you decided to chuck that spouse to the side, and all of a sudden your life is hot and spicy and passionate, and people are jealous of this, especially people around your same age. I'm getting that's so that's specific. I'm really chiming into someone who's older, who's just taken a new lease on life. You may have people trying to say that you're having a midlife crisis, and you're like, no, hun, I am free finally. So, let me see if there's any other reasons why they jealous of you, because they is jealous. They just feel like you don't have any obstacles, like your obstacles were removed when you made a decision to just free yourself from some old tired relationship. And now some people, this is just for some people specifically, people are thinking that this new lover of yours is going to try to make it official. That's one reason why they're real seriously jealous. For other people, they're just jealous of how you have very few financial issues. You know, you didn't suffer financially that they expected you to do. You just kind of moved on with your life because they're jealous because you're divinely protected, group number 3. You just divinely protected. And also you are a freak. And I guess they are so jealous because you still have it like that. If you are young, you just have it like that. Like you didn't suffer from letting go of a tired relationship, group number 3. You did not suffer from that. And they're just like, how? How? I think they really expected you to be down in the dumps, but they don't realize your life is guided and protected by God. Sorry, you all. Your life is guided by spirit. What I will say, group number 3, lastly, is that you are kind of putting a middle finger to all of your detractors. Excuse me, you all. You're putting a middle finger to these detractors. You don't really care what people say. You're living your life the way you want to live it. In group number 3, that's why they're so jealous. So let me know if any of this resonated with you, group number 3. You all are spunky, spiky, yes. And group number 3, if you resonated with any or part of this, can you give me a thumbs up? It's just a way to help me grow this brand new channel. I've been away for a week because I had to heal myself. I got the Rona. That was serious, y'all. but I'm definitely back on the mend. And, if you want to stay connected, you like the way that I channel, please consider subscribing to this channel and clicking that bell because you get notified when I upload new channeled messages and tarot readings. If this is where we part, group number 3, you are such an inspiration. I mean, just the way that you live your life. That's why you got them so jealous of you. All right, my honeys, take care. Hello, group number 4. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle, and welcome to your channeled message on why are they so jealous of you? So, group number 4, I contracted the Rona. I'm not even sure how I can reference this on YouTube. I'm not sure there's reasons why you can't say the C word, but that kind of wiped me out. So I'm just getting my voice back. I totally feel better. But you know how the voice and the coughing's kind of the last thing to go. So sorry if I interrupt us with a sips of water. And if you hear my cough drop, it's just to help me manage things. But I'm definitely feeling better. So thanks to everyone for your patience. So last but not least, group number 4. Why are they so jealous of you? Let's do a vibe energy check just to see if this is your pile. Otherwise, there are 3 other piles. But if this is your pile, let's just see if this descriptor applies to you, group number 4. You're a person who's very observant. You're highly intuitive. I always feel like the group 4s are kind of like the psychic pile. So you may be the psychic pile, the tarot, the psychic, the medium. You're always but I really feel like it leans more on the observant side. You watch things. You watch people. You watch for patterns. You most definitely could be some kind of water sign like a Scorpio. Comes to mind. You're very observant. Not much gets past you. You're also a person who doesn't really respond to like negative energy. You're like, listen, if people want to steal my stuff or if they're jealous, I really do get like a lot of people like to kind of like take the way that you do things. They like to kind of steal from your ideas or quote unquote borrow or be quote unquote inspired. But you kind of know within your heart that they really can't take your essence. There's a way in which you deliver your work and your creativity that's very unique to you. And so you're not worried ever about competition if there is any. You're a very magical person. Again, a very psychic pile here, group number 4. You see the beauty in many things. You can make a lot of things beautiful, like when you step into different spaces. There's something that you do, like even in your home, you can just add a magical touch. Like when people enter your home, it feels like they're entering this beautiful scene. It could be your home, it could be for some of you, you have a garden that you spend a lot of time in, and it just looks like, people come and they take pictures. You know what I mean? They take pictures of your home or they take pictures of your garden. You have a very whimsical effect to you. You may like to wear certain colors, like you may dye your hair green. You may like to look like a flower. you know, um, you have fairy-like qualities. You might have a specific color that you kind of wear in different kind of variations. So if it's green, you may have green hair, green shoes, green stockings, green dress. Regardless of gender, you may just wear all purple, variations of purple or the rainbow. Like you like to dress in a really whimsical fashion. Very cute. People often describe you as cute, just so cute. You have special kind of glasses you wear. You're just so cute, group number 4. You are so, like, you have a lot of child energy. I think that people also who know your story know that you really give back to your inner child once you've done so much healing. You give back to that inner child because it's important for you to have those experiences that you lost when you were a child. So you give them back to your inner child as your adult self. Like you're so wonderful at reparenting yourself. That's why the whimsy is there. Like that's why you give back to yourself in that way. Yeah, wow, you are a mystic. So you're like a seer. You have a very special relationship with spirit. Spirit loves your inner child, loves you, and you feel very divinely protected by spirit. It may not be something you share with other people, but you have a very close relationship either with spirit or your ancestors. Like there's something there where you may even have a specific ancestor that you talk and work with. And I don't know, for some people that might be a grandmother, but that's very specific. For others of you, there's just this kind of mystical knowing that you have. Maybe you offer people readings. Somebody has a unicorn in their profile name if you are some kind of reader on YouTube or social media, unicorn something. I don't know. I'm just seeing like a unicorn. You may have pinks and lilacs and stuff like that. Yeah, so beautiful, so cute. But you are like, I think what catches people off guard, group number 4, is that while you're very whimsy and you have all these like little toys and dainty things and flowers, oh my God, you are a force. Psychically, you are a force. Oh my God, like you can help people exercise demons from themselves, like negative energies. You sprinkle your fairy dust on those negative energies, they are gone with a quickness. It's like, it's very uh deceptive, your lightness and your cheerfulness and your childlike energy. But when it comes to like going up against the forces of like some evil, you will wipe an MF out. So, group number 4, I think a lot of people underestimate you spiritually. Yeah, you literally destroy negative energy. And you've learned, oh my God, you would make the really coolest comic book character. I don't really follow anime, but I bet there's like an anime character like this where you're and you all let me know in the comments if there is like an anime character like this, like just like so whimsy, so like cute, but will blow a house down, okay? When needed to protect people, to help people heal themselves. Like these negative energies, they see you for who you really are. Group number 4, like formidable force. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're also very visionary. I think your childlike spirit protects you from people who want to use you. That's what spirit is saying. It's kind of like people think, oh, you're into like fluffy cotton candy stuff, and that kind of just keeps away certain kinds of people from you. before they know just how powerful you are. So if group number 4, if that resonates with you at all, this is your group. This is most definitely your group. So why are they jealous of you? Outside of that, in many ways, when necessary, you're a lone wolf. You like to work alone. You don't mind being alone. They're jealous of you because, you have a lot of people around you who respect you, but when it comes to doing your work, your healing work, you're very picky with who you partner with or collab with. You like to do things on your own and with spirit. Yeah, you have a special relationship with your guides. And so working alone is what you prefer because your guides are very, and you, group number 4, are very discerning. You can't have people in there who have jealous streaks inside of them, people who want to compete with you. Like, your guides will pick that up and be like, no, we're not doing work with this person. And so you often find that it's better for you to just kind of do your healing work on your own. You do very few collaborations, but people know your work by reputation. People know the kind of healing that you do, group number 4. Yeah. You're very comforting person, though. You're very nice and sweet. It's just, you have certain parameters that you work with, and it's like your guides. People don't sometimes understand this about people who are spiritualists. I mean, I have the same thing. It's like if my guides don't like you, if my ancestors don't jive with you, nothing's happening. You know what I mean? And I think it's very much that way for you, group number 4. Like, if your guides or your ancestors are like, nope, something's off with this person, and you don't really see it, you trust your guides and your ancestors. You're like, oh, sorry, I can't collab, can't partner, whatever. So why are they jealous of you? Yeah. They're jealous of you because you know how to help people heal. Some of you, and this is so specific, but Spirit is showing to me, some of you have a very unique way of helping people heal from heartache, from breakups. You have special work that you do around the heart energy. You might work with the heart chakra in some specific way, group number 4. Why else are they jealous of you? Because it's just, you are the total vibe. You know how to bring the whole magic aura together. Like, when you show up, even if you go to like community ceremonies, it's like when you show up, the vibe just turns up. Very interesting. Yeah, you are the holder of Pandora's box. In many ways, spirit only, and maybe some of the elder teachers, if this is specific to you, group number 4, elder teachers trust you with certain duties and ceremony and ritual, and people are jealous of that. Like, they think they're showing up looking like master shamans, and here you come, just being your whimsical unicorn flowery self, and your elders are like, hey, group number 4, come here, I have a job for you. Or, hey, group number 4, did you bring the herbs like I wanted you to bring? And like, it's like so clear that the elders hold you in high esteem for the power that you have, for the mastery that you have over your psychic and magical abilities. That is most definitely why they're jealous. Yeah. Some people are jealous of you because you didn't choose them, group number 4. Yeah, they jealous because of that. They wanted to be chosen by you, but few are called and few are chosen. That's what Spirit is saying. You have a very specific life. I remember when I was around some people in traditional African religion, and they would talk about certain kind of, like certain people get initiated to certain deities, and there's certain deities where you just can't be with anyone. You can't just choose anyone for your spouse or your partner. Like these deities have specific protocols, and you can't have any raggedy partner. You know what I mean? You can't have any raggedy no count person in partnership with you. It could cause your whole life chaos. And so group number 4, you have some people who really wanted to be in your energy, especially a King of Pentacles. That's interesting. Yeah. Ooh, this person wanted to give you a cup, was really desperately trying to give you a cup, and you were like, sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. Depending. No gender implied, but you couldn't do it because really you had to be in Queen of Wands energy, meaning you had to maintain your spiritual fire. And maybe this person was too materialistic. Maybe this person was all about the material life. And that wasn't going to work out for your guides and for you, group number 4. Wow. Why are they jealous of you, group number 4? Yeah. You're just not gonna, that there's hokey doke that comes along with certain people, and you don't even enter into relationships with them. I mean, it's just deep, but yeah, like you are a force to be reckoned with, group number 4, and that calls for your life in the 3D to be very structured on the psychic level, on the spiritual level. You can't get involved with people who are uninvolved spiritually. Some people are jealous of you because you astro travel. Yeah, you know how to do remote viewing, some of you. Some people are jealous of you because you know how to birth new realities. I mean, literally, the people who come to you for healing, group number 4. One moment. Yeah, the people who come for you for healing have confessed to just realizing different realities about themselves once they've been part of your healing process. Yeah. They're jealous of you because so many people are after you romantically. I think it's just the fact that they have to qualify, group number 4, makes them want to try even more. They feel like their ability to get into a relationship with you is clear as mud, meaning they don't know how people get to access you and they can't. There's somebody out there that's really frustrated by this. They think they are the jam. They think that they are numero uno, and you're like, sorry, no. This could be a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, so maybe an earth sign. Ooh, you might be really good at water magic, some kind of water magic you do. Or water protection. We don't want you to spill your secrets on here, but there's something that you do that you are very good at. People trust you. That's why a lot of people are jealous of you, because people trust you. They trust you with their spirit. They trust you with your soul. They trust you with their healing process. There is someone who really wants to be in your energy. You got leave him, I'll drive you wild. Yeah, there's someone, for some of you, you may think this person is too young. They just don't know enough to be with you. For others of them, you're kind of saying, how you going to win when you're not right within? That's a Lauryn Hill reference. Yeah, you kind of know, people's energy, group number 4. You're like, let me just stop you there. Let me just stop you there. They're jealous of you because you're often in the role of serving. It's weird how you get all these accolades and all these opportunities and you're still serving. You serve the community, you serve the elders. Some of you work with elders. That's really coming forward. Some of you are just so creative too. You get a lot of opportunities just simply because of your art and your creativity. Some of you are writers, and people are really jealous of that. They're like, is there something that group number 4 does not do? Pray tell. I would say out of all of this is that you know how to turn anything you touch into gold. And that's an alchemical kind of power that you have. Things that other people will say have no value, you touch it and you're like, oh, I see the value right here. And next thing you know, it's gold, you know? And that's a magical quality that very few people have, group number 4. So this is a very special group, and maybe you could put a magic wand in the comments. I didn't ask other people to put emojis, but I think this group, you need to put a magic wand so we know who you are, because you are the master healers, you are the master magicians, you are the spiritualists, okay? So group number 4, if you resonated with all or any of this reading, could you give it a thumbs up? It's a way to help me grow this brand new channel. If you like the way that I read and would like to stay connected, please subscribe and then hit that bell because you get notified when I upload new readings. And if you're waiting for your personal reading from me, know that it is coming quite soon. I appreciate all your patience while I work through this little thing I had, this little bug. But I'm definitely on the mend, and I appreciate you all. Take care, my honeys. Have the best weekend. Okay.